Yes, music is one of the languages. Can you guess the other? Yeah, it's English if you didn't get it. So, what is a language? Language is a method of human communication, thank you, either spoken or written, consisting of the use of words in a structured and conversational way, according to the dictionary. But why do we need language? To talk amongst others, to share information, to connect. Music. I'd like to assume that most, if not all of us here listen to music. But I want you to take a moment to think about these two questions. 1, why do you listen to music? And 2, why do composers or artists write music? The answers to these questions are likely to be different, as they should be, but let's delve deeper into why people write music in the first place. So why do people write music? To talk amongst others, to communicate, to deliver messages, and to connect. Musicians compose and publish their work to remind people that they were here on this earth and that they had stories to tell. They converted their music into a form of language. As a musician myself, I can confirm that composing music and delivering messages that one might not have been able to tell by the simplicity of speech is an extremely cathartic experience due to the emotion that comes with writing a song of your own. I don't talk about my feelings often. I'm aware that it isn't the best trait to have, but I sometimes prefer not to speak. And so instead, I bury myself in music. People tend to hide from feelings they don't want to face, and that's what I did. However, with music, I came across exactly what I was trying to avoid, and I ended up putting forth what I was unable to say with words alone. So even if musicians don't intend on delivering a message or a form of message or story is more often than not delivered. And even if the message that a listener receives is different than what a musician intended, a message is delivered nonetheless. What one takes from a piece of music depends on that individual, their personality, their experiences, and their outlook on life. An example of this is when I had a gig in January 2016. That's me at the gig. And I sang an original song about a couple's divorce in the eyes of their child. And the host made a comment afterwards. He said, "That reminded me of my ex-girlfriend." Whilst I wasn't writing about his ex-girlfriend, obviously, that's what the host depicted, and that is what he took from my work. The theme that the song revolved around could be shared between my interpretation and his interpretation, as the song exploited the feelings of despair felt due to loss. And it truly is rewarding when a piece of music you write is one that people can relate to in many different ways. However, but how else is music like a language? This more recent story should help prove it. I am self-taught in singing, but I thought it would benefit me to partake in singing lessons with someone that had more expertise than I currently possess. And after one 45-minute lesson, I had learned so much more regarding the significance of lyrics and how you deliver them. My teacher told me that before I sing a song, read the words as if they were from a poem. Deduce the meaning, and once you understand the singer's intentions, all other technicalities should come naturally. Things like breathing, dynamics, which is how loud or soft you sing, and tempo or speed, because they would all be symbolic of lyrical meaning. But messages are not only delivered through lyrics. Music alone can convey the deepest of emotions and in turn tell the best stories. Bear with me, I need to pick up the guitar. Okay. So you may remember, as I do, learning about music in primary school. So in primary school, the teacher would have most likely said that any music in a major key. Okay, well, can you hear this? That's a major chord, okay? Any music in a minor key is sad, okay? It's okay, don't worry about it. I'm done with the guitar. We'll fix it later before I sing. It is a very generalized approach, but it is mostly accurate. Major, happy, minor, sad. And just as I'm sure as we've all felt with a powerful or inspirational talk, or just a heartfelt conversation with a friend, I cannot be the only one that has been so overwhelmed by a piece of instrumental music that it has led to goosebumps, the hairs on the back of my neck to stand up, or even tears. I often write music in the dark, as the loss of sight heightens your other senses and exposes you to the depths of your mind. And this usually results in hauntingly beautiful music. So, aside from personal experience, developmental psychologist Howard Gardner is widely known for identifying the 7 intelligences, and these are used to determine people's learning styles. Musical intelligence is a category of its own, And this only reiterates how music is more than enough to deliver a message or to communicate, and how some people may prefer to do so in this way. On top of this, researchers from Johns Hopkins University conducted a study that proved the existence of a link between music and language. When looking at language, we study two main areas of the brain: syntactic areas and semantic areas. Syntactic areas are concerned with the correct structure and order of words, while semantic areas are concerned with the meaning of words. So the researchers asked the jazz players to trade fours, which is when they will improvise in groups of 4 bars. And then after this, they carried out brain scans. What the brain scans showed was that the syntactic areas in the brain were active at the time. And this reinforces how music is a language, as even though the players weren't explicitly communicating with one another, the same areas of the brain were activated. Now, I try to be as vague as possible when I say this, so that some of you can fill in the blanks according to your own personal experiences. I wrote a song directed to someone I wanted to say something to, but I couldn't do so with words. I had been trying to spark up a conversation about it for years, and once the other person heard the song, they ended up sparking the conversation for me. And now I am more than aware that this person has been thinking about it more than they ever have before. The message reached them through one of the most comprehensive languages, music. And I'd like to leave you with a quote by American poet, the quote's gone, by American poet Henry Wadsworth Longfellow that I believe beautifully sums up what I was going for: music is the universal language of mankind. So here's an original song that put forth what I was unable to say with words alone. It's called Disillusioned. It was there, it's not anymore. It's fine.
My mother told me go, go. You need